Creativity is a muscle. Fuel your mind with reading, train your mind with writing, use ideas as your clay, use execution as your chisel. With time, create a sculpture worth mentioning in the future's history books. If you don't create a routine, you will be assigned one. If you don't create a purpose, you will be assigned one. If you don't create a career, you will be assigned one. People are too quick to adopt the structure that somebody else created to ease life's uncertainty. You weren't born to work 40 hours a week doing something you hate, numb your mind with endless scrolling, and wake up one day wondering where the time went. Every day, zoom out and think, what would the highest version of myself do? Do that, and ignore anyone that tries to convince you that something else is important. It's not. Self-actualization is about solving your own problems. Business is about solving other people's problems. Your purpose is about solving a big problem in the world. The internet lets you do all at once. Do the thing that other people make you feel crazy for doing. Start the business even when people think it isn't going to work. Book the flight even when people think you won't last on your own. The world is boring. The crazy things make you interesting, but interesting gets a lot of hate. The greatest threat to an individual's potential is to stop learning after graduation. Learning is the foundation of the human experience, and the school system made many people hate it. You have two options: learn and build a better future for yourself, or get distracted by desiring the things that you don't have. In the new economy, distribution equals freedom. Whether you like it or not, you have to display your value to the world and attract the right people to you. An audience or readership or just distribution in general is how you get a job without a job board, sell a book without a publisher, and make music without a record deal. Be you, learn to persuade, and you get to skip ahead of those that lack distribution. Grab a notebook. Write out exactly what you want in your future. Don't miss a detail. Then, break it down into goals. Decades, years, months, weeks, and days. Every day, write down the 3 levers you can move to create your vision, because a dream without clarity is a nightmare. People forget that they have the world's most powerful supercomputer between their ears. You have to prioritize your mind. Mental mastery is how you fight back in a world that wants to steal your attention, manipulate your thoughts, and make you feel helpless. Protect your mind at all costs. Turn off notifications. They can wait. Turn off the news. It isn't reality. Turn off everything that seems important on the surface, because that doesn't require you to think. The modern vampire doesn't suck blood. It sucks attention. Most people don't need motivation. They need clarity. So become a mad scientist. Fill a notebook with your ambitions, goals, and the exact steps you're going to take. Refine it with time, because perfection isn't human. A plan creates clarity. Clarity creates action. Reject the quick fix. Pursue your life's work, not the latest cash grab. Invest in your education, not an overpriced status symbol. Become obsessed with life, not a screen. Focus is a lost art in a distracted world. If you don't have ideas, read. If you have ideas but can't articulate them, write. If you have ideas and the clarity to execute, build. Expand, organize, and focus your mind until your craziest ideas become reality. It's crazy, but only 9% of people stick to their New Year's resolutions. You don't have to be a part of the 91% that don't. The secret is to not set a goal at all. Instead, create a vision for your life, one that sets your soul on fire. If you can do that, the goals will set themselves and action will become automatic. The greatest skill is reducing the gap between idea and execution. Write with your ideas, plan with your ideas, build with your ideas, and don't hesitate to save the half-baked ones for later. Just get them out of your finite headspace. Hunt for ideas to bulk, act on ideas to cut. Strike a balance with both, because an overweight mind is an unhappy one. Fill, empty, use. Fill your mind in the afternoons with things like books, learning, and socialization. Empty your mind in the evening with things like journaling, planning, and meditation. Use your mind in the morning with things like creation, output, and focus. A balance of clarity, productivity, and creativity is the perfect formula for a fulfilling day.
Anytime I've ever met anybody who's been through some severe trauma, they are just automatically the most beautiful people I've ever met in my entire life. They have gone through stuff, they've healed from it, and they're constantly healing from it. But because of that, they are just automatically just like this ball of light that just wants everybody to shine super bright because they know what it feels like to be dimmed. And I think that's amazing.
Nothing in this life that will destroy you faster than you being unable to forgive yourself for your wrongdoings. The you that was you yesterday is not the you that is you today. Today's a new day. Today's a new you.
Your future will be determined by two things: one big decision to go all in, and the repetitive actions you take on a daily basis. Getting over the first hump is difficult, but doing the same boring things that bring results takes a special type of person to stick it out. Be careful telling people your goals. It releases dopamine, similar to actually achieving them. Don't get trapped in the mental masturbation cycle of planning to change your life, but never actually doing it. Life is a game, and eventually, you're going to have to face that monster, and then the next, until you have a story worth telling people about.
The smartest companies don't create blue oceans. They acquire them. Google bought YouTube for $1.65 billion. Now it's worth $23 billion. Disney bought Marvel for $4 billion. Now worth $53 billion. Facebook bought Instagram for $1 billion. Now it's worth $102 billion. A great vision for the right acquisition leads to unlimited potential.
If you're lost, the answer is education. If you're educated, the answer is execution. If you're executing, the answer is consistency. Even when it doesn't seem like it, there's always a next step forward.
Unlearning abuse also requires for me to unlearn the survival tactics I learned in abuse that I now call my personality. Because pain builds walls, but healing builds doors.
Don't get trapped in tutorial hell. It doesn't matter if it's writing, design, or video, just get the first iteration out as soon as possible. It's gonna suck. It's gonna be embarrassing. You're gonna want to quit. That's fine. It's necessary. And the ones that can push past that are the ones that see the most success.